Hello everyone, I'm Paul McGuire Grimes. Writer-director Ty West and star Mia Goth shook up the horror genre with their one-two punch of X and Pearl, which came out in 2022. Now they're closing out their trilogy with Maxxxine. It's in theaters and I want to talk about it. This is Paul's trip to the movies. X ended with Mia Goth's Maxxxine Minx surviving a bloodbath at a Texas farmhouse where she had been filming an adult movie. Maxxxine picks up a few years later in 1985 with her living in Tinseltown, trying to make that big transition from porn to legitimate Hollywood studio films. She gets cast in the horror film The Puritan 2 after director Elizabeth Bender takes a chance on her, and she's played to perfection by Elizabeth Debicki. Maxxxine declares, "I always wanted to be famous and will stop at nothing to make that happen." Just as she's about to start filming, she receives this mysterious VHS tape delivered to her door, revealing that someone knows her connection to the Texas massacre. Her friends start dying off, and police really start to suspect that Maxxxine may be connected to the Night Stalker who has been killing women in Hollywood. The film also stars Bobby Cannavale and Michelle Monaghan as the two lead detectives on the case, as well as Kevin Bacon and Giancarlo Esposito. Ty West's X trilogy is really a unique rarity in the horror genre, as he's really approached all three films with a different vision for the different decade and style that he's playing in. X was set in 1979, while Pearl was an origin story set in 1918. Maxxine's neon, pulpy vibe of 1985 is felt from the very beginning, with its killer soundtrack, the opening credit font, and the news footage that's highlighting the Reagan era to the desperate hunt for the Night Stalker. He also gives it kind of this grainy filter, like the B-movie horror movies that would be found on the shelves of a video store. Moses Sumney plays Maxxine's friend Leon, who works at the local video store. Ty West treats this film like a detective mystery set against the backdrop of Hollywood at a dark time when the identity of the Night Stalker remains unsolved. He creates some terrific sequences involving the Bates Motel, the Hollywood sign, and the studio lot that really play up the glow and the inner seediness of the industry that Maxxxine wants to be a part of so badly. It's not quite clear to the audience, though, whether Maxxine's Stalker is different than the Night Stalker. The kills are gruesome and stylish, with the special effect looking a bit rougher on the edges on purpose. Mia Goth has been a treat to watch in this trilogy with the complexities that she's given to Maxxxine and Pearl. She keeps the character Maxxxine here far more grounded and in more in control in this film, and I was anticipating kind of a big explosive moment from her. I do think that she's a bit outshined by Kevin Bacon and Elizabeth Debicki. Bacon knows how to play the right angle with playing this greasy, sleazy private eye hired to track down Maxxxine. And Debicki carries herself with the strength and the power of a director who's not to be messed with at a time in Hollywood when female directors were a rarity. I do think, though, that what keeps Maxxxine from being as great as the other two is this kind of undercooked finale that just comes out of nowhere. It does help to see the first film X, but the lead-up still didn't escalate big enough to really elicit any sort of shock or satisfaction with the reveal of Maxxine's Stalker. Maxxine's is a satisfying conclusion to this trilogy with its, homage to the splashy 80s Hollywood and just the seedy characters that we meet along the way. Ty West and Mia Goth make for a really stirring director-muse partnership, really testing each other along the way. All three films in Ty West's trilogy complement each other really well and will garner different praise from fans, depending on which style and era that they gravitate to. I'm giving Maxxxine 3.5 out of 5 ticket stubs. If you like my review today, click subscribe on my YouTube channel. I have some other movie reviews, some celebrity interviews, and I'd love to hear from you. Leave me a comment on YouTube or on social media at Paul's Movie Trip. What has been your favorite of the X trilogy? Is X, is it Pearl, or is it Maxxxine? I'd love to hear from you. Leave me a comment here on YouTube, and then go to my website, like I said, paulstriptothemovies.com for even more reviews. Thank you so much for watching my review of Maxxxine. This is Paul's Trip to the Movies.